Hello, Will here, and today we are back in Skyrim, and we are checking out 3 more mods for PlayStation. And today we've got a sort of a mixture mod. It adds in a few different little things. It's not a big mod, but it adds in a few little different things. And as you can tell, at least one of them does something with creating a new character. But we'll get to that. Another one is a weapons bundle, which hopefully I'll be able to at least create some of the weapons, or at least be able to look at them, but I might not, it all depends. And the last one is one I have done before. I was just completely unaware that it was, basically it's had an update, and I had no idea that it's been updated. And I was Jesus Christ, I can't English. I was let known by Kaius Ballard, formerly to me known as Dragonblade Carlisle, about the mod. So we'll be getting into that one as well. But right, we're going to begin with mod number 1. As you would, it's number 1, of course. And the first one is Acolytes of Death by Estembirdle. Now, Acolytes of Death it's a bundle, it's a mixed menagerie kind of thing, so it has a few different little bits and pieces, and one of those things is a new playable race known as Deathlord. Now I don't know much about Deathlord at all, but apparently in the mod description, Deathlord is OP, so if you want an OP character, maybe this one. Right, so let's have a look. So we got, I don't know if there's anything new or unique about these ones in a way of what they have, but it looks a bit possibly not. And I think they've just used the basics of like the Dark Elves of this. Possibly some new face paints, I don't know, but I don't think so. I think they all look like the standard Dark Elves to me. So I don't think, in the ways of the actual things, I don't think there's anything different. I think it's all pretty much bog standard Dark Elf, which that's fine. It could be that Estembirdle is not too familiar with creating a whole new race. You know, and it's not the most easiest thing in the world, and it's not the most fun thing in the world to create an entire race. It can be an absolute pain in the ass. You know, I'm just going to create just a basic character for now, because I'm not keeping this character. There you go, that too. Now we'll just call them Poe. There you go. We have Poe. Yeah? This is Poe. Say hello to Poe. Alright, so let's have a look. So, magic. What we got in ways of magic? So, Deadly Grip. Pulls an object or NPC to you. We'll have to test that out. So, telekinesis, but apparently it can also work on people. Don't know what that does, it doesn't say. It's just mind twist. I would imagine that's sort of maybe like a fear / fury kind of, well, frenzy kind of style one. But I don't know which one. Flames, no, that's normal. Instant death. I'm going to guess that's just extremely overpowered and kills things instantly. I'm going to guess. Death whistle reanimates everything around you. I've initially asked what that is. So that is, right, it is. It's every try thing. But just a simple typo. Despair, summon your deadly horse companion. Alright, get a horse. And a way to get rid of your horse. Gem stash, whenever you need soul gems. Okay, we'll have a look at that one. Healing, that's just normal. That's just a trap, that's normal, because that's part of the Dark Brotherhood. Reanimate NPCs, I'll put back to sleep, so basically you just kill them again. Living undeads? Don't know. Pow. Pow. For 120 seconds, enhances the power of your fist. Although an acolyte of death suddenly enjoys the thrills of a fist fight. The basic ability is basically you just get a stronger fist, and you can basically punch the shit out of everything. So let's have it. So gem stash. What is this? Obscura soul gem. Okay, so you seem to get a bunch of soul gems. Now I don't know if this resets. It doesn't say. It didn't say anywhere. So I'm not entirely sure. And I guess when you dispel it, it disappeared. I'm going to guess. Oh. What's this one do? Okay, it's a bit finicky in the ways of like it doesn't. I think there might be like a little cooldown timer on it, but it seems to allow you to turn you from vampire, basically from normal mortal to a vampire. Because now I've got vampire sight, and then if you want to, and then you just press it again, and you turn back normal. So it's kind of like being a vampire lord, but it's kind of like, I don't know, it's kind of like how you would expect a vampire to be, especially with the modern depiction of vampire, where they're vampires but they look normal until they kind of like show off a little bit of themselves and they're a vampire. And I think this is what this kind of does. It's just kind of weird that when you use it, because your character kind of slight twitches. But I think that's pretty cool. I quite like that. Then you got pow, a little red glow. Doesn't say how much damage. It doesn't say how much damage though. Now, okay, so there is. I do have appear to be having. That might be a glitch. I don't know, or I've just got something set up wrong. Here, let's have a look. Ah, instant. Okay, it's because it's got instant death. Okay, so that's okay. So it's quite hard to tell whether you've got instant death equipped because there's no like visual.
Yes.
And obviously, it's not going to work on her. Because she's probably most likely set to not die. Or even be killable. Let alone. But you know, it's pretty much what it says on the fucking tin, instant death. I would imagine. Okay, so they're not actually as overpowered as you think. Because the magic of health and stamina is all exactly the same. It's not increased. It's all the same. This part of it's all the same. I think it might just be they're just overpowered in the ways of their abilities. Their abilities that make them overpowered. But right, that's enough of the breakdown on the race. There are some locations, or at least there is at least one location. If there's more than one, I'm probably going to show all of it, so they, because you re-download it yourself. But I need to go off up to north, to basically go and find this new location. So to make that a little bit easier for myself, I am going to just join the College of Winterhold. So I will be back when I get to the one or the. Right. So it's a little bit different than I thought. I thought it was gonna be like some kind of like cave or something like that, you know, through to other realms. That's sort of like kind of your player kind of space. There we go. It's not actually a cave. It's actually down there, so it's actually under the water. But luckily, the Death Lord can breathe underwater. So I'm going to take your money, you dead bastard. I don't need that. But there is this journal. I'm not going to read it, but if you want to pause the video so you can read it yourself, then you can do that. Bosh. The Fallen in the corner. Okay. And then blank page, and There's a couple of blank pages. Okay. So it's also about Fallen and Caller in there. Right, now I need to find out where I'm actually going here. Because unfortunately it's kind of murky, so I can't see shit. But there is the well. Ooh, what's that? That's not. That's weird. That's how it's shiny in the well. Oh. Forsaken Realm of Death Lords. Okay, it's going to have a look in the shiny bubble. Alright. Alright, the good thing is we're not drowning. No. But this is the actually.
A few moments later.
Wait a minute. Haven't I covered this one already? I think I covered this one quite a while back, actually. So they must have updated it recently then. Because now come to think of it, something about this seems actually fairly familiar. So I think I might have actually covered this. It just so happens that they seem to have updated it. Shrine of the Fallen, Shrine of the Caller, Shrine of the Corrupted. I'll click on the rest of them. They're called shrines, so I'm going to guess they just give you something. Yeah. Well, I don't remember Lloyd, but we've got Lloyd. Hi, Lloyd. Actually, are you like? I'm gonna guess you're. I'm gonna guess you're like generalized merchant. I'm gonna guess. Seems like it. That's something for later on. Yeah, it seems like he's kind of like a general merchant. Though it looks like he's got similar things like Mega Elixir. Actually, what does that actually do? A ton of shit, that's what it does. But we'll keep it as that, it just does a ton of shit. So, oh, you can buy the spell tome for POW. So instead of having it as a power, unless of course you can, unless of course you learn it and it becomes a power. Exquisite diamond. Exquisite.
Until next time.
Well, I don't remember that stuff from the last one. Because yeah, I'm pretty sure I've covered this before. It's just obviously now they've updated it, so it's probably a little bit different compared to the last one before. Someone's going to school. Mom, cigar comes near it. You're in satchel. It's just alchemy lab. You got some hearts. Okay. Wee. Hey there, Lloyd. I'll over those in a minute. Cause I did also see. I don't think there's any big guys here. So you got second round of Death Lords, Death Lord Tower Dungeon, and well, the Tamriel. So that's the one, the Tamriel. Then this takes you up to the top of the tower. So your Arcane Enchanter, Forge. We got Oblivion Stash. Let's have a look at that. Reflections of a past life. Old Reliquary. Dungeon key. Some more of the soul gems. Acolyte gemstone increases health dependent on the amount of filled obscure soul gems you hold. 10, 30, 1600 plus. Ring of Light. Okay, that it's either that's just Ring of Light because it weighs absolutely fuck all, or it emits light. Here's because it weighs fuck all. Oh no, there it is. Okay. Okay, it just didn't seem to equip it straight. Okay, that's useful. You take it off, and the light goes away. Okay, well that's useful because I can actually free up a magic slot in your hands if you're a heavy magic user. So that's useful. Salt enchanter, fire salts. Okay, fair enough. New way to get some elemental salts. That's useful. Salt crusher. Lifeless apple mush. Lifeless apple or salt chug. Well, obviously, okay, so we do have a couple of new ingredients then that you can find. It did say in the description about some new crafting mechanics, but nothing that is it's nothing that isn't based off what's already in the game, kind of thing. You know, so this just like, you know, it's basically like crafting any kind of just normal material. It's just specifically created for this mod. Yeah, okay. Oh yeah, I've got that thing. This one. Oh, okay, well that's confusing. So it's actually, it's the same name as the, so that's called a Oblivion Stash, but it's basically the Gem Slash. They just got two different names for some reason. What? Do I have a dungeon then? Oh, well, around the Death Lords. Oh yeah, there is, right. That requires a key. Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna activate one of these. Let's go for the Fallen. So yeah, so they're gonna be obviously blessings, which I kind of had a funny feeling there that's what they were going to be. For one day you're granted the spell instant death. I already know the instant death. I had it from the beginning. What? Give me that one. What's that? Okay, so these are really only going to be useful if you don't play as a Death Lord. I mean, okay, so fair enough. Acolyte's perk? No, that's something else. Don't know what that's from. I don't know where I got that from, but Druids or So yeah, they're useful if you are playing as a Death Lord, but they're pretty, as far as I can tell, they're kind of useless if you are playing as a Death Lord. Oh, I suppose I want to go and have a quick look in the dungeon and see what's in there. Okay. This is the apparent dungeon. How much of a dungeon this dungeon really is dungeoning. Alright, well, kind of a bit of a shit way to go, isn't it? I got my head caged. Ooh boy. Ooh. Relic of Despair. I will now be in despair. Oh, despair. Oh. Wait a minute. Where'd I go? Vault of Lost Souls. I'm gonna guess I go up that way to get to that. Okay, it's a Vault of Lost Souls as well. Death Lords. You know, I'm just gonna take the feather. Pretty sure I just. Nope. Okay, I'm pretty sure I saw something else pop up there. Or am I just going insane here? Probably going insane. Alright, what's down here? Why? Get out. the fuck was that all about? Where the fuck am I? What the fuck am I doing? Okay, well. Okay then. I found...
No!
Okay. What the fuck killed me there? Because it said something on that before I kind of perished. And it just said gift of death. Is it just... Hold on. Oh. Fuck your gift, God. Give it. Okay, can I go around this way? Apparently not. Right, well, I'm going to have to end this one here, considering that the mod office decided to stick a massive fucking stick up my arse. Okay, until I got to this point, it's sort of like, I was actually intrigued, and now it's like, well, what the fuck am I doing? What? Is this it? Is this just a metaphorical death loop? Is it supposed to be a way for me to get out? Because I can't receive the gift of death, I die. I can't touch statue, I die. I can't get past the statue, because I eventually get too close to it and die. I can't run into it, I die. I can't go back that way, I don't die. So I have to go turn back and die. So I don't know what else to do apart from reload, which I can't really be bothered to do. So I'm going to have to end this one here. So if there's anything else that you lot wanted to see, you're going to have to download this mod for yourself. Which, of course, I'll leave a link in the description below to this mod. And I'm just going to let Poe here just continuously die and die and die and die and die. Because that's what you're going to do until permanent death when I delete the file. But either way, enough of the 4th wall breaking malarkey. This was Acolytes of Death, multiple times, by Estemberdo. And as I previously said, there will be a link in the description below to this mod if you want to try look it up for yourself. I might also see if I can find the original video, because I'm pretty sure I've covered this one before. So if I'm able to find the original video, I'll leave a link to that in the description as well, to look at the first version I've played of this, if it is the one I think it is. Alright, that's enough of this one. On to mod number 2, which for that we just need to go anywhere where I can make something. Apart from here, because all I can make is death. Alright, and here we are with mod number 2, which is Exotics Weapons Bundle by Lovely Savine. So, with this one, it's not so much there's 4 different versions of it, it's just that it's basically, this is a bundle pack. The one I'm using is a bundle pack. But there is also the Katana pack, Saber pack, and the Rapier pack. So, it's basically, you can have them either individually, as individual mods. You know, so let's say, you know, you want to use katanas, but you don't really care too much about sabers and rapiers, for example. Then you can just download the katana pack. You know, vice versa. Let's say if you want to use sabers but don't care that much about rapiers or katanas, then you just download the saber pack, and so on and so forth. But obviously the one I've gone for is the bundle, so it's all 3 of them in one shot, basically. And so what I do know of the mod, because I am actually recording this a second time, because my first recording was a bit rubbish, just. So what I am aware of with this one is the fact that they are leveled, so certain perks are going to be needed, well, when it comes to smithing perks anyway. So you're going to need certain smithing perks to be able to create the certain types of the katana, sabers, rapiers, so on and so forth. So, or if you want to make glass, you're going to need the glassmithing perk. If you want this steel, you're going to need steel, so on and so forth, kind of thing. So, just going to have a quick little look at them. So, it's like, for example, if you go to iron, For some reason, the glass katana is in iron. Why that is, I don't know, but not to worry. That's just obviously the way they sort of set it up. So this is what it's kind of sort of like thing. So the handle still look kind of like normal. It's just obviously the actual blade itself has changed. But then, that kind of makes sense. It makes sense. And plus, it's a bit easier because it can also kind of depend on sort of like the texture, how the textures work as well. As you can see, the iron katana, it seems like it's, I don't know, the handle on it isn't as bright as the glass one, so it's kind of sort of like, it looks like it's more used, shall we say. And if you go down, so you got the iron rapier, which is probably not hugely looking different from the original version, and then the iron saber sort of thing. So obviously it's safe to say that you will need certain Creation Club mods for this, but all the ones that you need are in the mods description, so remember to check that out first. And then let's say if you go down to steel, for example, let's see if there's actually any in here. I can't quite remember if there was. Down. Okay, maybe there wasn't any in the steel. Oh, am I wrong? Oh no, there is. There, so you can see you got steel here. So it's like the handle looks like the iron katana, but the blade looks different. It looks very it's an engraved blade. There, and then you got like steel rapier, steel saber, so on and so forth, and it's pretty much just that over and over for each kind of thing. Myself, I've got a funny feeling that this being here is a mistake. I've got a funny feeling. I will have a quick look in here just to see if it's here. Let's go down. Because you can see it's not here. So you got the rapier and the saber. So hopefully, if Loveliest Savine notices this, I might even actually just message them myself actually. Just to let them know, because I've got a funny feeling that's a mistake. But yeah, and the recipes for them seem pretty simple. They're nothing too crazy. It's like 4 iron ingots, leather strips for the katana. Rapier, 3 iron ingots, 2 leather strips. 5 iron ingots, leather strips. So the smithing recipes aren't too crazy. The perks are all there in the way of what you need the specific perk for the specific type, material type, and so on and so forth. Obviously the damage at the moment is going to be a bit higher, but that's just because of my armour, so... Oh, fucking stamina's gone. Right. Now if we go down... So that's 18 damage for that one there. The Iron Katana, 13. Rapier is 11, and the Saber is 15. So that does more damage than the Rapier, but it's heavier, the Rapier, but only by 1. And the katana is the same weight as the rapier? Or is it the saber? I think it's the saber. And katana, yeah. But it does a little bit less damage. Yeah, so one thing I did kind of think is that it's sort of like, I don't know, it might be a little bit better now that I've got the normal kind of numbers for the balancing, because when I was looking at it originally I thought there was something a bit off about the balancing, but I think now it's sort of like now that I've basically taken all the armors and stuff off, I can see it's a little bit more balanced. I mean, it could probably still do with some tweaking. It's like, that's 25 and that's 17. And the sword is 13. So I mean, like, yeah, obviously the sword's okay. So they're better than the sword. Okay, cool. But there seems to be a massive damage difference between the rapier and the saber, but barely any weight difference. But it's a little bit more balanced than I initially thought when I first had a look at it all. But yeah, that's basically it. So you can either have it as a bundle, or you can have each one individually. I will myself get onto messaging Lovely Divine about the glass katana, because I think that's in the wrong place. I think that's not meant to be there. But it's a simple fix, nice and easy. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, and the designs that we looked at, they work well. You know, there's not much to critique. The only thing I would think about is maybe, I would need to look into it a bit myself, but it's maybe rebalancing it a little bit, but maybe a little bit. But again, it's completely up to Lovely Divine on whether they want to rebalance all the stuff or not. But right, that's it for that one. So that was Exotic Weapons Bundle by Lovely Divine, and of course there will be a link in the description below to this mod if you want to try that for yourself. I'm not going to link the individual packs because if you go and look at the latest and you find this one, the individualized packs are all very near it, so you'll find them very, very quickly. Alright, so that's it for this one. On to mod number 3, which mod number 3 is the suggested mod, which we need to go basically back again to another revisited mod, which hopefully the way you get there is still there, otherwise I am buggered. Alright, and here we are with the final mod of the video, which is a piece of Sovngarde, which was made by Pandakin. I think it might be Pandakin. I can't read my writing, it's terrible. But I think it's Pandakin. I'll look at their name and I'll put it at the top of the screen if I'm wrong. But right, so yes, a piece of Sovngarde. We have looked at this one in the past, but it has changed a little bit. So initially, the way to get in was around here, but they've moved it. So now, there is this waterfall, which I completely missed. I can't, you know, I thought it was actually part of the game, like originally there, but it's not. It's actually new. So I think you've got to go into the cave now. There, it does say something about a specific thing, but I'll get into that. But let's go and have a look inside this cave. Right. So now you got 3 homes to choose from. Originally it was just 1 home, but now you got 3 homes. So we got Piece of Sovngarde, which I think by the looks of it, that's basically, because that's what it used to be originally. It was just that by the Guardian Stones. So I think that's the original place. We now also have this one. Okay, they're all called a Piece of Sovngarde, but I'm going to assume that probably these 2 are different compared to that. So I'm not going to show off the whole thing. I'm going to have a look at this one, because I think that might be the original, and then we're going to eeny meeny mo it to figure out which out of those 2 we're going to go to. So first off, let's have a look in behind door number 1. Right, so yeah, this was the one that we originally looked at a little while back now. So you're going to have to bear with me if I'm not totally sure what's new, what isn't new, what... You know, this and the other. You're going to have to kind of bear with me. As about the moment, it all kind of still looks fairly, from what I can remember, the same. There might be like some little minor tweaks here and there, possibly. You know, but I think on a whole, it's very similar to what it was originally. So that blah, blah, blah. I mean, you got the skeleton key. But I don't need that because I've got the ring of unlocking. So, but yeah. So, it's not. Oh, and there's a skeleton key replica. Wait a minute, that can't be. Okay, I'm not so sure if that's actually part of this mod or if that's possibly part of something else. So don't take it on this that this is part of this mod. I think that might be part of something else actually. Alright, so this one doesn't look hugely different from what I can remember. I think this bit's the central bit might change a little bit. Let's have a look. To whoever finds this note, if not done already, go to the skeleton again where you found the ring. For here, next to the 3 guiding stones, search the skeleton again. There will be 2 more rings. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, so that's something that they've brought into this, and that's something that I've got his bloody fucking name. Oh, I'm back in a second. I was going to go check his name again because he changed it. Right, so it was Caius Ballard who suggested the mod, or suggested me to have a look at it again. But he did also say that the teleport rings didn't work. So I will check them myself as well, just to see if they aren't working or if they do work. But I'll do that at the end of all this. Right. Ooh, what's that? Dawn cost for a replica. I don't want a replica. I want the real thing. Kapow. Alright, so yeah, I don't think this one changed all that much. So let's go back out and have a look around. Alright. So the skeleton, I think it's meant to be up by the stones, so we'll go up there afterwards. So now, we need to eeny, meeny, miny, more. Eeny, meeny, miny, more. Catch a tiger by the toe. If it squeals, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Right, we're going to go for this one. Right. So we got... Okay, so this looks like it's the entire hall this time. Rather than it being like a small little chunk, it's the entire hall. Ooh. Okay. Mannequin. So you got obviously more storage. Well, you've got lots of storage now. Lots of storage. Not named or labelled, but still storage is storage. And you can just organise it out all yourself, you know. You don't need them to label everything for you. Oh, great. Okay, so it looks like it's giving you some stuff for that as well. Alright, well, isn't okay, so I'm gonna guess the replicas are part of this mod then. Okay, so good. So I think they are part of this mod, into which then you can also create the items. It's very confusing. It might say in the description, and I just haven't seen it. But either way, you got plenty of storage, plenty of places to put all your weapons and armors and everything else. Right, mannequin storage. Weapon plaques. Is it the same on this side? Nope, this side is a wee bit emptier. So I'm gonna guess maybe with the intention of like followers, which I magically now have. But no. So yeah, I think maybe followers. Obviously, you will still need the relocate NPC mod for that to be functional. It's just the same. It could. I don't know if they're going to update it again and maybe put something here, but you know, nice to put something there as well. Didn't have to be a whole bunch of weapon packs and shit again. Give me something to be more simplified. Something a bit more simplified. Let's have a look. So we got the other side. You got massive thing in the middle, obviously. Cool. And if you go up here, you got more sort of storage, more mannequins, another crate, staff enchanters. So this is like the other place, just on a much larger scale, basically. Now you got all the same kind of stuff that you had in the other one, but more. Night Shrine, Blood Shrine, Akatosh, Zenfar Stendar, Azra, Shrine of John Cena. That's because of a mod I've got. But yeah, so it is. It's like the other one, but just on a much bigger scale, which is nice. Actually, I quite like it. See that there's been a lot of work's gone into it. So pretty cool. Alright. So I'm gonna leave the other one as a bit of a mystery. Gives you incentive to actually try and download this mod for yourself. But right, so I'm going to leave and I'm going to have a look for these rings and give a little test run. So I'll be back once I find them, because I'm not totally sure exactly where they are. Alright, so I found the skeleton. It's quite easy to find. Yeah, he literally is just down here. Okay, so we got piece of some guard. Oh, I wanted to read that. Right, where are we? Right. To whoever finds this note, I'm David Belmont the Third. I was hiking to my next room and some rocks fell from me above and trapped me here alone. Though, despite the fact that your legs are now free. The irony is that I made a pocket universe inside my ring using all magics. Last time, lost time from Sovngarde. I managed to work on small scale. I can escape to the home side of the ring, but when I take off the ring, I return to Tamriel in the same position, still trapped under this rock. Okay, so I think the intention was obviously because I think he said that it works on the PC version and probably Xbox version. I think it says somewhere in the description or something about. I think it says about it, but it doesn't work on PlayStation because you can't create your own scripts on PlayStation. Because it's external assets and all that fucking bullshit. Now, I'm just gonna go back to the skeleton because I forgot to pick up the rings because I'm a numbnuts. And we're gonna go bang, bang, bang. Okay, so we got the rings. Hey ho, everybody's happy. And then so we go to the ring, go to the apparel, and let's find the ring, and let's go. Right. Right, I'm just going to do something here very quickly. Okay, so yeah, that one doesn't work. That one doesn't work. And obviously that one don't work. Okay. Right. So this is where I can't obviously get a hold. I can't get a hold of them, the mod author. But this is where the mod author, hopefully the mod author is watching this to a degree. Now, you can get this to work. You can, because, for example, just as an example, the Traverse Ring. I put that on, I go to the Forgotten Schism, and it works, because that's where I was when I was doing the Exotic Bundles one. So you can get it work, but what you need to use is the script that is on the wooden mask that you find in Labyrinthian, or well, just outside Labyrinthian, in that area. So the wooden dragon priest mask, you need to use the script from that. Obviously, with that, you do kind of obviously need to basically make a few tweaks to the script, which isn't. I'm not going to say, it depends on how well you know scripts, I suppose. If you know scripts and understand all the stuff to do with markers and this and locations and all that stuff, it should be relatively simple. If not, it's a bit more trickier. But it's kind of like, just base it off what you see in the script originally, and then base your changes on that, and making your tweaks from that. So, it might take a little bit of time to sort out, but eventually you can get sorted out. So you can do the whole, you put on the ring, it takes you to whichever house. You take it off, it puts you back here. So on and so forth. And, so it is possible. It's just that you've got to use the script from the wooden Dragon Priest mask, which is what I've done with the first ring, which I will now show you with no cuts, that it can work both ways. Just in case you're a bit like, are you sure? And boom. Right, so we've travelled. Here we are. This is where the Traverse Ring takes you, and if you look at the map, Forgotten Schism, as it says on the description. Then, in the same area, we take it off, See there, the ghost? We're about to disappear again. Bosh, we're gone. And we are ending back up just outside Whiterun. There we are. Boom. Outside Whiterun. And you travel back. Don't worry about all the food. There was a massive explosion earlier. So, this shows you that it can work. It just requires that particular script. There probably is other ways you can do it, but that was the way that I found easiest to get it to work. How to exactly set it up again, don't ask me. I've completely forgotten how I did it. But a good person to ask would be Cyan49, because it was off his teleport spell sample he sent me that I kind of worked with that and then worked out how to do it with the script that already existed, if that makes any sense. But apart from that, that's more obviously for the model author. That's not for
I've been
the
looking
joke.
for you. Got something I'm supposed
Fuck
to
off, Tim. Yeah. So, yeah, obviously that part was just mainly for the mod author if the Panda Kin are watching. Or, if you know how to contact them, let them know about this video so they can see that bit. But apart from that, that is it. So that was a piece of Sovngarde by Panda Kin, unless my writing is wrong, which hopefully it's not. And of course, there will be a link in the description below to the mod itself if you want to have a look for yourself. If you want to have a look in the other part that I didn't look in, to see what you think of it. I've quite liked what they've done with this, with the other part that I looked in. I've liked what they've done with it. I think it's pretty cool, pretty funky, and hopefully they see this and get the rings working, which then that'll be so much better as well. But right, so that's it for this video. So please remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And of course, there will be title card at the end that will suggest a video, suggest a playlist for you. You can look on the channel and you'll find all my other Skyrim videos that I've done. If you want to leave any more suggestions or ask any more questions, or just keep up to date with what mods I'm working on or what I plan to do in the future with YouTube videos, because it's not always going to be Skyrim because reasons, you can find me on Discord, which there will be a link in the description below to that if you so please. But you don't have to, it's entirely up to you. You can also hit the notification bell to notify you when I upload videos, which I will say is not the most often, and sometimes there can be large gaps, but the large gaps normally tend to have a reason. That's why I'm trying to think of other projects to do as well, as well as Skyrim stuff. But right, that's going to be it for this video, so it's time for me to get out of here. So until next time, I'll see you all later.
The hour